Welcome to a different video. Now, you may be asking, why are you showing a setup tour from 2021? Nobody cares. I don't care. I do. So, I've had this video sitting on my computer for a few years now, and I've always wanted to do something with it. I thought it was just a nice little look back into the past, the upbringing of Tippy Jr. And, you know, it kind of relates to this channel. I mean, it's not even for the same channel, this setup tour originally, but I still, like, you know, it's a part of my history. It's something I want to be able to look back on, and I don't know, maybe some of you will enjoy seeing where the setup has grown from, just the horrendousness that was. So, let's jump into it. Welcome to the Palace of Cringe. That's what it's called now, officially, Palace of Cringe. Welcome to a setup tour. I've been putting these off for quite a while because why would I make a setup tour? I have like 100 subs or something. But I figured since I'm back to making videos, I might as well do a setup tour and show off my rig. So yeah, let's jump into the setup tour. And here we are inside of the crappy setup. There's a lot going on in here. This lamp is turning crooked. Get your fucking ass back over. Ow, it burned me. Don't you dare burn me. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about the... Where's my Xbox controller? Don't fucking this with me. Get your goddamn ass up there, you stinky little stinker. Just for that, I'm gonna kill your whole family. What? You don't believe me? Oh, just you watch. Darn. There, so I just killed your whole family. What are you gonna do about it? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get back on the shelf. Anyway, so as I was talking about, the curtains, this is just a big old bed sheet, and this is really here because I want something that's not gonna fall down really easily because I need to clip it in multiple places. And because if you look back here, oh my Christ, look at those cables. Holy shit, man, look at that couch. Damn! And yeah, you know, it's really messy, and as you can hear, it's a big wide open room. Where this is just a little bit of extra padding to make it, you know, a little bit more of a isolated chamber. I had a thicker blanket, but it was covered in pee for my cat, and also it wouldn't hang up really easily, so... And I got Mario Odyssey blanket, which is mostly just here for color, and because, you know, it's funny Mario, man, I mean, look at that, he's got a big freaking nose. You know, it's Cappy. Yeah, this is just here for color, because back here, it's, you know, there's not a gap, really, but you can kind of see the light through it. But yeah, you know, it's mostly just here for color. And then there's my green screen, which I bought this for about $20 when I worked at McDonald's. And it did work as a green screen. I actually used it for the YouTuber's Life thumbnail, as you can see. And you can tell I used a green screen because, you know, you can just see the schmutz on the screen. I mean, it works fine as a green screen. It's just a little too small because when I stand next to it, like in front of it, yeah, it's big enough. Because, like, my head is about to here, and as you can see, yeah, there's a decent amount of room. But you actually have to stand back, and your camera, it's too, I don't know. It's just, it's fine, but it's not great. Look how SpongeBob. And then back here in the butt crack, we got a Wisconsin Badgers, which is just mostly here because a little bit of extra color, and because then you can't see through as easy, but there's still a hole down there, which is kind of concerning. Here is the box collection. It has grown quite a bit, which is a problem because I film videos out of, well, I don't film out of order. I film videos and I upload them at different times. So like the South Park episode 1, which I shouldn't even be talking about because it's not out yet, but that was recorded about 2 weeks ago, and this video is coming out whenever it came out, but it was recorded on, I can't see. This was recorded on the 6th of September, so that just tells you how late videos come out. And the South Park is yet to come out, so, but yeah, here's my Nintendo Switch box. You got my Red Dragon, which, during a scrap recording of South Park, I kind of put a hammer through it. Microphone, we got a shoebox, computer, Bart Sampson, you got Samson, my headphones, and then Xbox. And, you know, this is just here for color and because it gives me something funny to knock over, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to pick them up. And here we got my Dr. Pepper, which I have like about 24 bottles at most. And I do actually drink these. I drink a lot of fucking Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, please sponsor me. Yeah. Right here is a pillow, which I have another one in the corner. These are kind of bass trappers. These are mostly just here for some sound isolation, just a little bit extra, because this room's sound is pretty dead. These help so much. Speaking of dead, the chance of me getting laid is gaming. So yeah, I got Super Nintendo games. There's one DS game. Can I focus like the camera? Like that'd be nice. There we go. We got PS2, we got 360, Wii, 3DS, a lot of Xbox One, and then a couple Nintendo Switch, and there's a hammer up here. And my copy of Doom, I always love pointing this out in my collection, because this is what my copy of Doom looks like. I mean, it's not bootleg, it's real Doom. It in there, that's Doom. And I actually got this from Family Video, which closed in our town. Put up footage of the closed building and me crying.
So I think I was trying to do like some sort of skit about Family Video, but this was 2021 me who had no self-confidence in front of any sort of camera or people. So it explains why this whole video is an absolute shit show, but all I have is some footage of me at Family Video doing fucking something. So enjoy that.
I mean, I probably should have figured that they were closed considering there's nothing on the damn sign and that sign's fucking empty. But I don't care. I need to sell my damn Doom and they're gonna take my Doom, okay? I don't care what they do. Okay, they're smarter than I thought. I'll just leave this here. I'll be back though. I'll be back. I'll be back. Thank you. I can't believe I went to town just to do that. Okay. In terms of the rarest game in here, I'd probably Mickey Mania would have been, but this is just an empty game. I have the actual game card, but just the shell is empty. Probably the rarest game in here is like Pro Quarterback. Like this is probably the rarest game I have because I don't collect rare games. I'm not like a collector. I don't buy stuff for the sake of collecting. I buy games I want to play, or if I get given games, or they're just at a price. It's like I just can't pass it up. Then I'll get it. Like I didn't buy 2 copies of Madden. My brother gave me those. Why would I buy Madden? Also, before anybody asks, any of this like Packer shit you see on the walls, well, I shouldn't say shit because some people like it, but if you see any of this on the walls, this is not for me. This is because this is my grandmother's house. Well, she's dead now. All this stuff is just hung up on here, and I don't move it because I have no business to. So don't ask. Here's a headphone holder, which is just the bottom part of this shelf, which I installed, and I just took the bottom part off another one, and you have a makeshift little thingy. You just pop your headphones on there and bajinga. In terms of lights, this is my main light. It's just a little lamp that goes behind my camera, and it can go way brighter, but I have to look at this, so I just keep it on the lowest brightness. And then I have this light, which is a dome light attached up here to the support, and it's pointing at the boxes to illuminate them, but it also does help a little bit with lighting up the room. And when I sit here, it looks pretty nice. I'll put up footage of that. Yeah.
So I guess this guy did not think to record himself in front of the camera. It's at the end of the video. There's an outro, but there's no footage of me just showing me in the desk. Except at the end. So if you want to see it, sit till the end. But I'm starting to notice this video is held together by spit, duct tape, and broken dreams. So let's continue watching.
Now these are all connected. So this goes up to the ceiling, down to this little extension cord, and then I don't know what this is, but this is the lamp, and these all go into this, which is a surge protector. But you can control the inputs, and I only have one thing plugged in, and it's the first channel, which turns off all the lights. So there's only that light active because that's controlled with a switch on the outside by the stairs. So I have it set up like this, so if I'm editing and I just, want to edit in the dark, I can. And then with the flick of a switch, all the lights come on. So, I can save energy by turning off all this shit. Because, obviously, by having all these lights on, that gets kind of pricey. Speaking of surge protectors, here's my trip light, which is, my main surge protector. This is actually my speakers. Can you believe it? Look at this freaking chonker. But yeah, I have another extension cord, which this is plugged directly into the wall for my computer. Just so that way, if the surge protector dies randomly in the middle of the night, which, this thing's ground, the ground looks like it's, blinking. No, that's just a camera effect. Weird. But yeah, the ground often does like to become disconnected, and, if this does happen to die in the middle of the night, because it is a pretty old surge protector, my computer would stay running, everything else would shut off, the monitors, pretty much everything in the room would go dark, but the computer, which is good. These are my Anchor USB hubs because I have a lot of USB. Everything pretty much goes back into USB and the end of like the chain. So if it's USB-C, it's being adapted into regular USB. And I have it so the top one can come off, so I can just unplug everything. And there you go. I just have a chonky boy to bring on the go if I need a USB hub for like school or something, which is useful. Sitting down now, we have my tripod, which is this little boom arm, but it's got this little mount, and then like the world's cheapest adapter from China. I'm going to probably get a better one. This cost me about $2, and this part doesn't clip onto the phone, but it works, so who cares? This is my mom's hard drive. I have this just for extra storage, and I have to have it taped and have the cable bent to work. So, I mean, it works, but it looks really ratchet. And then this is my capture card, which is my 4K USB 3.0 capture card. I only record in 720p, but it does go up to 1080p. It doesn't go up to 4K though. On the back of the monitor, this is my... I keep thinking there's bugs. No, it's the game. This is my computer. These are the specs. It's a real small boy. And yeah, it's not the strongest thing. I want to get a new computer, but I mean, it does the job. And there's a 500 gig hard drive inside. I think the plate is on there. Yes, it is. So yeah, I have plugged in my hard drive, my capture card, and then the hubs, which, because there's like 4 ports or something, which works because almost all the ports on here are filled. For the monitors, this is an HP W17E. This is like a 720p. It's like, I think it's 1368 by 768, so I think it's true 720p, 60 hertz. And then this is my mag. This was like $15. It's I think 1280 by 1024 at 60 hertz. So it's obviously worse than this monitor, but it's just here mostly because when I'm playing a game, this is how I'd have it set up when I'm recording. So here's the game, and this is just directly with my Switch, so there's no input lag. It's just directly in. And then over here, this is just the recording, so I have the recording preview and then Bandicam here, so when I'm looking, I can just look over and see that, yeah, it's recording fine and whatever. So, that's how I do that. This is my interface. It's the Behringer Euphoria. I want to get an XLR mic and then I'd use it for XLR mics, but for right now, it's just mostly used for recording guitar and for like recording Xbox One, because I have to record that using an aux cord into the capture card, which is fun. This is the remote for my soundbar. I connect this to my phone via Bluetooth. There it is. It's a Vizio soundbar. I want to hang it up, but I don't think this wall is actually like, it's not like this where I can actually put the screws in. I think this is just cheap plywood, so it wouldn't actually like secure into the wall, which sucks, but hey, whatever. These are my speakers. These are Creative somethings. They're about $50. I got them for I think $7 at a thrift store. I'm gonna get actual studio monitors, but for right now, these actually work pretty good. My keyboard is a Red Dragon broadsword. Back there it is. You can find it on Amazon. It's about $50, and it's a true mechanical keyboard, with Temu blues. And people say they don't like the blues, that it's really scratchy. I mean, yeah, there is a metal twang, but I like it because it's way better than any membrane I've ever had, obviously. And for the price, it was amazing. It's got wrist rest. I can do the versatile spacebar, locking Windows key, macro keys, which even though, yes, you can only map like key switches, like I could do like Control S, and then there you go, now this is a Control S button. That is a godsend, because when I'm over here editing, it won't be uncommon for me to just do Control S, Control I, because I save before importing, so this is just a godsend. Movable cable, volume controls, media function, this keyboard is perfect. And it's why I want to get the Razer Huntsman, because it's just basically this. My mouse is just a wireless Logitech I got many years ago for about $2. My friend Isaac is probably going to sell me his G502 when he upgrades, so I'll probably buy that off of him, because there's nothing wrong with this mouse, man. As you can see, it does mouse things. It's just, I think I'd want a little bit of a better one, for like gaming with macros and all that, because it'd just be useful. And also, it's a little bit of a small mouse. I mean, it's getting kind of small for me. I mean, it works. I'd keep it probably plugged in with the switch off, just to use as like wireless, and just have my G502 up here and just bring it down. The mouse pad's just some cheap whatever. For my headset, I use the AKG K240 Studio headphones. These are reference headphones, and these are just the perfect headphones in my opinion. Self-adjusting. The ear pads are just lovely. 50 ohms, so they work pretty well. Actually, is it 50? It's 55 ohms. Okay, can I focus on that? No, I cannot. Oh, yes, I can. 55 ohms, open back, and detachable cable, which is nice because if this ever breaks, I can just buy a new one. And then you just take it and you put it on the headphone stand. Shakalaka. My microphone is the Aokio AK60 USB condenser. It's an Audio-Technica clone, which, I mean, it looks just like an Audio-Technica. It plugs in through the USB, the thick white USB. And you just stick her in the bottom there. It came on this boom arm, and I keep it at an angle from my mouth. So I'm looking here, and it's at an angle because it helps with plosives, and I have this condom for it. And you just put that on the top of you. You stick that bitch on. And then that's just attached over here to this table. Which, the only thing on this table is just my drink and my soundbar and some food that needs to get thrown away. Because it's nasty. Back here I have a lamp, which doesn't really do much. It just kind of illuminates this area, which just gives it a little bit more of a mellow vibe. Which, oh yeah, that's what's plugged into there. Thanks for reminding me, lamp. The main console I've hooked up right now is my Nintendo Switch into this dock, and oh, you can see me. Yeah, I guess I could talk about the phone. This is a Google Pixel XL first generation. I'm using a third-party camera app, so I'm recording at 1080p 60 FPS with the 20 megabit per second bitrate. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. But yeah, so when I'm recording a console, so the Switch is going into the capture card, which has the first monitor plugged in, and then my speakers are plugged in, so it's going from here to here, and then I plug my headphones into the back, so that way I have volume control on my headphones, which is just, and then that's going into my computer. So this monitor is now into that, and this monitor is now by itself plugged into the computer. So it's confusing, but if you know what you're doing, it's easy and it makes sense. This is the table where I keep a bunch of junk. Normally there's more here. A lot of stuff's been getting moved, but I got like all my guitar strings. There's my school's Chromebook. I got like scissors, Allen wrenches, all kinds of stuff here. So on the off chance I need two camera angles, like showing my phone, which I will do in a sec, I use this. This is an iPhone 4. I know it's in a really rough shape, but it does work. So yeah, it's just the original iPhone 4. I tried painting it. That's what happened, and it does work though, very well. Just needs to be charged. There you go. Yeah, it just needs to be charged. This is what I used to use for my webcam in my Super Paper Mario video, and yeah, it's 720p 30 FPS, and I have to use a stock camera app. Yeah, so let's look at my phone and see what I use for the camera on my main phone.
So I think I intended to like screen record the camera app. I remember it was kind of like this, just if you gave it to a grandma, they'd freak the fuck out. It's not like a normal camera app, which is just like, oh, hit record, and like the settings are buried, and they're very simplistic. This was like, you can change everything from file formats, bit rates, just fucking frame rates. You can go up to like 500 FPS. It was too much for grandma. And to be honest, at that time, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to be different. So I never screen recorded the camera app. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
So yeah, that is the camera settings on my main phone. So the last thing we really have to talk about here is the software and what I do. So I use Bandicam for recording. I've always just preferred Bandicam. It's what I've used since like 2015. For the video, I have it set for H.264, 720p 60 FPS. And then record PCM audio, which just makes it a little bit higher quality. Page down set for my recording hotkey. And then they're going onto my D drive, which is my biggest hard drive, which I always recommend. Don't put it onto like a hard drive with like 20 gigs free and be like, yeah, I'll be fine. Just set it to your main drive, just whatever your biggest drive is. And then up here I have my microphone and the speakers, and I have it set to save the audio tracks separately, so that way I can adjust them independently, so I don't have to screw around with levels, because my PC audio is already at max. And I actually just noticed right now, if I were to record, I'd actually screw it up, because I'm supposed to be recording the audio interface. So I'm glad I caught that before I actually did recording today. But yeah, I just record the interface at max volume, and then I just lower it in editing. So yeah, that's how I use Bandicam. And then down here in the taskbar, I have, let me focus. I use Adobe Movie Maker. I use Windows Movie Maker for compressing the videos, because H.264 isn't supported by Premiere, so I have to use this for converting, and it just saves the file size. Yes, there's a dip in quality, but if you already got a good quality recording, you can sacrifice that little bit of quality. Adobe Audition, which is my DAW, or my digital audio workspace, even though it's not like really a DAW. I use this for my audio editing, because I put my mic audio into this, export it, and then I edit in Premiere, which is my video editor. And I use Adobe After Effects for, more complex video editing, Adobe Photoshop for image manipulation, Audacity for like quick, cheap recordings, or just setting levels, and then Handbrake for like converting. And yeah, so that is my setup and what I use to make my videos. And here's what it looks like from my webcam's perspective. You guys actually haven't seen this yet, because, you haven't seen any of my new videos that I've been making on this. So yeah, so here's what it looks like. As you can see, my face is, nicely lit up and all good and good. Now keep in mind, this is using like the ISO and adjustment settings, so I have it pretty turned down. And if I turn off the room light, I am pretty much just completely dark. So I have to do a lot pretty much to make it look good, but hey, it looks pretty damn good. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I want to do these yearly, because, my setup does change quite often. I'm pretty happy with this setup, but obviously things can improve. And it starts with a new computer. I'm going to try to get a new computer, because I need one pretty badly. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. There'll be videos on the screen for you to click and watch more of, which you probably won't, because my channel's garbage. But hey, leave a comment if they're still turned on, because YouTube is a bitch. Don't forget to subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell to get notified, even though they never work. Noticing how everything doesn't seem to work these days, except the like button does. So why don't you click like, because that works. Don't click the dislike button though, unless this video is dog shit, then click dislike. I really need to get better at outros, because I just fucking ramble a lot. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Socials in the description, because I keep forgetting. I need to write this down on my wall. I'm gonna do that right now. Goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye.
I wanted to record this little outro thing, because this feels kind of nostalgic to me. It's the reason why I finally uploaded it, because that setup was literally right behind where I'm sitting. It's the same room. Not much has changed, except the entire setup has changed, but the room has been the exact same. It's just been added to. And I also found it kind of weird how every single thing I said I wish I had, I have. Like, nothing changed there. It's just I eventually got the stuff I want. Like when I talked about I wanted the Razer keyboard, I have the Razer keyboard. I want the G502. I have the G502. I wanted a better computer. I have a better computer. It's everything I said I wanted in that video. In only 2 years, I got every single piece. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell to get notified when I upload, because I try to upload as much as possible. I also try to stream daily on this channel. So, there's that. Yes, you're getting a double outro today. Too fucking bad. Okay? That happens. 2021 me did not do a good job at outros. 2023 me is a little bit better. There's other videos you can watch, like South Park. There's playlists of that. There's also the Minecraft streams, Find It's Fuck Boys. Recently, the Escapist series started kicking back up again. So, there's also the Escapist series now. So, thank you, and adios.